It is Wednesday, my dudes and girls. How's it going? Happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a great week. I'm having a good week. Feeling good. Well, actually, no. Today I got loads of weird things going on, but I'm not going to go into that. We're going to do some coding today, and big shout out to Hexpolation and Crazy Kitty. Thanks for dropping straight on into this stream. It's awesome to see you guys back on here. We're back at it every single Wednesday from 6 p.m. UK time, whatever time it is in your local areas. I should put something into the descriptions. So as always, we are continuing on with our selection tracklist workings. Trying to get it up to a releasable version 4 by episode 500 now, because we missed the New Year's, because we are now in 2021. We missed hitting it for the 10-year mark of selection, which kind of flew by. That was the week before last. Selection turned 10 years. So my next milestone marker to get this site completed is episode 500, which is about April. So I have some time, but I want to be well prepared for that now. I'm so determined to get this site done. But there's a big but. There's a big elephant in the room with this project, and that is I did a test last night, and it didn't. I did a test on the site. I did a test on the deployment, and at the moment, the site is built on Hugo. And I go about this every week. The site is built on Hugo.io, which is using Go. It builds to 20,000 pages within 6 minutes, like from start to finish on GitHub, and that's okay. It's quick enough for that amount of time. When I did a test with Gridsome yesterday, using the same build technique and trying to get it to output all the HTML, it took an hour and 14 minutes, and then it failed. So I'm gonna have to find an alternative solution to that, and I've not yet got some solid ideas. I have one idea, and I'm hoping it's a holy grail, but that and Gridsome, I don't know whether it'll work. And I didn't want to kind of lose a whole stream where it's just me scratching my face, going what am I going to do about this? I still want to have some other parts of the site I can work on, which is probably more entertaining to watch than the progression through than me researching and figuring it out. But we might go into that sort of territory, seeing how long I can maintain this for. Mostly things when I figure it out off stream, because I'm not having to speak about it. But I'm deferring that off. Hopefully we'll find a solution and it won't take an hour to render the site, because that would be useless. And I don't really want to go into the territories of rewriting the site yet again into, say, Ruby on Rails, or into another stack where we have a database and depending on an always on server. I don't really want to go in that territory, because it's something which I want to avoid. I want to avoid having to build pages on the go. At the moment we have some of our images which are resized on the go, and this costs, and it takes time and loads of experience. And at the moment, I still feel like the content of the site can be mostly static. It only changes once a week, so I don't need to do that much. But we might go into that sort of territory. The chat's blowing up. Let's see. Thank you. Wednesday, how's Wednesday treating me? Yeah, I'm okay. I had a whole morning of meetings with my clients, and then what did the afternoon bring? Oh, I did yoga in the afternoon. How did I forget about that? I did yoga. I do yoga every Wednesday, so that's pretty cool, and I was starving afterwards. I still got a ball over there. I ordered some food on Deliveroo, and it took an hour or so to come, but I really respect the guys. They make these awesome Bondi bowls. Let me go get one for you. These treats, check that out. That's just a bowl full of goodness right there. That's gonna be tomorrow's dinner. So check those guys out. Bondi Bowl UK on Instagram. They definitely have been feeding me very well for the last couple of weeks. This is a quinoa, and you got, what else have you got? Cauliflower, broccoli, nuts, and all the good things in that. So I'm looking forward to that one tomorrow. I had a different bowl, a butter bowl, which is like sweet corn and hummus and all that great things for lunch. But lunch was more like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So I was ravished. I was just demolished through the bowl. And oh, hey Bob Ross, RTX, welcome back. Explanation, welcome back. Tried Vue the other day and did not like it. Oh, come on. There's a lot to like about it. I like it because it feels like it's the 90s again. You know, like if you ever came from Microsoft Front Page or Macromedia, Dreamweaver, WYSIWYG editors, those sort of days where then you start digging into the HTML and going, ooh, what is all this crazy things? Writing your HTML, CSS, and JavaScript all in one single file component is an absolute treat. I really enjoy it. I'm not really the biggest fan of React because it's going completely in a different direction of what I feel the web is, but I might have to write it anyway because there's something. There's a lot of traction about it, so I'm not completely oblivious to it. But I feel it just doesn't feel webby to me. It doesn't feel like I can just pick it up and just straight into the page. There's a lot of setup around it. But yeah, let's get into the code. Let's have a look. See what I've got on my screen. Cool. Hopefully that text is all the right size for you. I thought I'd just kind of keep up the page which we're working on and the code which we're working on, just so it's a bit more visual. I don't have to switch between tabs, and hopefully my head isn't too much in the way. It should be fine. And I use the device toolbar so I can see, because if I have it in this view, it's thinking it's in a tablet. So I say I want it on laptop because this is the most designed way about it. And the things which I wanted to do today, well, I have a big to-do list. I have like the support page, which I started copying across. So did this in a week, I think. It would take this much time to listen to every single show. 15 hours in total, I think it is. No, that's incorrect. I think that's only in my dummy data. I think it's like 1 month and something in continuous. Let's have a look. Go to this, go to stats. 1 month, 2 weeks, 19 hours, 23 minutes, and 45 seconds if you used to listen to every single show back to back without stopping. Like that's how much there is within the 490. We are on 489 shows, and there's a few other shows sprinkled in there which are not tracked, as in New Year's Day is it episode, so it's kind of in the track. And I think there was like 1 or 2 boiler room sessions. And now we've got this New Year's Day, which isn't. You can see 487 and 488. This is like kind of 487.5. Something to put people off for a while. So I can continue on this page. This is interesting. So I've got all these things I could do. I also have like this page to make pretty, and there's a design for this page, and I can make it pretty. So we can go through that today. I also have like a whole new territory which doesn't exist on the site, which is all the tracks which have ever played on selection. List them in reverse order of play. So if we go to say this one, somebody by slow that shit edit, you would see that, but I think it would actually be J-Rob 4 p.m. Baltimore country and work its way backwards. Every single track, no repeatings of them, of course, and just keep infinite scrolling of tracks. And then the thought of that is having a filter by provider. So say I like SoundCloud, so I want to just see tracks where they have a SoundCloud link, and I can go and like them on SoundCloud. So a page which is dedicated to that would be of interest. I know there's a lot of ask for that. And on this particular version, I did play around with a month or so ago, is when we go to a particular episode, we're missing the play button. We did have that. I didn't reintroduce it. We can do that again if you fancy. So today's probably going to be strap yourself in for a long one. We'll be looking at a few different things and, of course, chatting about it away and seeing what sort of mischief we can get into. So, throw your ideas in the chat, which you'd like to see. Infinite scrolling track lists, or see the actual episodes design, which includes a front page design as well, which we've seen last week. Or we can make it easy for me and continue on with our donate and support, which does include maybe an API call to our actual visitors per month. And we'll put in a donation tracker, which is actually, it's not really on this page. It's hidden down here because I use this open sort of page. And I might have a redirect for that, but I think it's interesting for people to see like the traffic and see the donations, how people are reacting to the site. Otherwise, I'll have to make a decision myself, unless the chat's broken. Let's see. What do I want to do today? What would I prefer to do today? I think I want to do this infinite scroll, pretty fire infinite scroll. Yeah, I'm on the defense of like making this pretty or make this page. So I'm going to start off with this track page. So let's mark that as a started. And how long am I going to do this? So first of all, let's start off with a query and see what we can get with. So all track, and then disappear please. There we go. I think it's edges, and then on here you got a node, and now we've got our track, which is the title, and you got artist, which contains a title, and boom, we've then got our content. I might be able to make a fragment or something like that, but it's easy enough to spike on through that. You can see that we have one track here which does have an artist, and this is a dummy like edge case where this artist file doesn't exist. And I think on this we might have last or time played. Ooh, we're missing some data on this one. That's interesting, because it might be in our actual full set of data. So we go in this data file. I think I added in on a newer data. So if I go into this content full folder, you'll see whoop, artist. Oh, it takes a second or so to open up, and there's just hundreds and hundreds of content. Let's go to Drake, maybe tracks, and I don't know which. Oh, there's a few edits down here. Or how about now by this one? Let's see. It was last played on episode 199. So, here we go. There's his last played episode number, which is, I kind of did a piece of work a few weeks ago to add in this piece of data. But in my dummy data, I don't have this. So, I'm going to spoof this data in my localized content, just so that I don't have to load the entirety of the data, because it takes maybe we'll do that actually. Close that off, and I think let's say the code's Gridsome's content config, and right at the top of it is this content directory because I changed it. So if I say content directory dir equals, and I have it's a symbolic link, which is alias. So let's list the directory. You can see this content full is linked to the actual live site, so I didn't have to pull that content in. So it's just a localized symlink. So I can do content dot. And how you do these links is ln, which is short for link, like that. So ln s to make it symbolic and a hard link in a way, and then you have it go down to your where you want the content is, where the source of the content is, and where you want to target. So content full. That's how you would write that piece of code. So content, and we just got to use content full because it's easy for us, and I think Gridsome doesn't like having it go outside of its local directory. That's why you have to list the symbolic link, and then yarn develop. I think this takes about a minute for it to load. And then we'll have this full data. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to just fix up my isolated data with that. So it was like last. Oh, I've forgotten it already. Literally just left my mind. Let's go into the track and remember it. So I'm just going to grab these lines here, paste them down there, and get the artist. And I think this is 495 like that. See, it's still going, and it's actually, when it goes through, it goes, hang on a second, I've seen this before. The reason why it's doing that, I think what happens is one of these artists start with a hyphen in front of it, and Gridsome, when it goes through them, it goes like, no, I don't want a hyphen at the start of my thing. So like, artist DC. Let's go and have a look at the source content. Let's open up this a bit. So we can go here, DC, and that's just a dead file at the moment. So that doesn't exist. But if we scroll down to D, let's go all the way down to D. Come on, B, C, D, D hyphen is got to be D, A. Here we go, DC. So it's found that twice. So that's why this is complaining. But it's fine. It's not the end of the world. It just goes, I just don't know what to do with that. And it's somehow I just managed to copy and paste it in quick succession by just moving my mouse accidentally. You can see here, it's taken a minute to load that entire directory open. I think, let's have a look, see. We can do on a different tab. I'm going to make it bigger because we're on stream. I think you can do it. Oh, whoa. Ah, there we go. I think it's HR or DF. Yep. Human readable content. Oh, that's my whole hard drive. Oh, come on, AL. Usually tells you the full. Okay, just open a directory and just manually have a look. See. Usually tells you at the bottom, I think, sometimes. It's good to, oh gosh, no, I did not intend to do that. Oh, it's not too bad. It's not opened up every single index of a file ever. Yeah, it's going to take a hot minute to get that infinite scroll. We'll come back to that in a sec to see actually how much data there is in storage space size. I assume now that our page should now be loaded. Yes, it is. If we run this query again, we'll have a lot. And it's going to take a hot second to load that. It's going to load 20,000 files and then stream it across as JSON. This is the problem when dealing with your full data set. Limit. 50. Oof! What do I have? Right, like that. Love it. Stop that. Let's see it. Let's give you another try. You're still trying to do the previous one, aren't you? Is there a total count? Yeah, we'll have the total count as well. This is probably exactly why it takes like an hour for it to build, because there's just so much data. My machine's just like this.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
He does not like life.
No!
No, it's still going. It's still having a bad time. Let's see if I refresh the page. I've really clogged. Look at my CPU. It just does not like life right now. Oh. It's just. Oh my gosh. I have broken the world. Yeah, this is something I really need to address. I think because the site has got so big and so much data is, and the big elephant in the room is, Kyle, you probably need to sort out this with a database at some point, and then go like, yeah. Oh yeah, Bob Ross is like, please think of the computers. Yeah. Wouldn't it be good to have... So, but like you said, the content doesn't change often. Wouldn't it be good to have a local cache so you don't have to download it all over again? And you're right there. The content doesn't change, so it's as these files. But to get these files, to then read the content from that, and then wrap a template around it, and provide it as HTML. That's what we are doing. Should be easy, right? But because it's funneling through this GraphQL and being read in and doing some queries just to kind of make it easy to go say, hey, this data is referenced into another piece of data, display me this. It's that funneling which is the pain part. I could, in theory, take all this data, throw it into a local database and then query against that. But still doesn't answer the full question. Is I'm doing the same work just through another pipe. I probably have it a little bit fixed right now. We should have 100 results. There. No, it's full on gone. I said limit! How do you not understand the limit, computer? How do you get 15,000 records when I say, please, just give me one? Oh, right, yeah, I know why it's done that. Let's go over to the docs. If we go into all episodes of this scheme, we have total count, but we have this page info, which will then give us a per page count. And I think what this limit is giving us, let's go in page info, and I think it's current page. Let's have a look see at we have the total items, total pages. So I can put in here total pages and total items. There we go. Fine, we're good. Yay. So we managed to do this limit, and this is giving us a pagination. And I guess if we go offset or skip, I think it is 1. This is. How about skip 2? Looking at its current page, and it should. Well, the data changed. So it is doing something, that skip. We'll deal with pagination soon. Let's not lose ourselves. But yeah, there's 15,000 tracks. Let's get rid of this skip, and I'll have to keep in that, otherwise we'll just oof this machine again. It just hates life. Even like this machine is not dealing with the stream. Remember, I'm using a completely different machine down there just to take in this camera and my screen, the microphone input, and stream it to you guys so you can enjoy it. Because if I did that once and nothing worked because it's just stupidly slow. So I've offloaded the streaming and encoding of this stream to a dedicated machine. But where were we? We were dealing with the infinite scrolling of everything. And we can see here we've got the title and the track information of the artist. So that's good. So I just want to grab this and throw it into a page, right? Yeah. Yeah. Dedicated streaming PC is way to go. You know, like whenever I see explanation in the stream, right? Malaysian Teteric and Teteric. And so this is a tea. So it's a tea leaf, and it's brewed with this froth with a bit of sugar, and it's delicious. It's like a delicacy in Malaysia. So when I see te, I just think tea Teteric, and I really love it. I want to go to Malaysia now. Yeah, good cup of tea. Yeah, definitely. If you ever come across any Asian stores, you want to look out for boh. These guys, these are tea growers. I've been to the actual orchards. I'm really too tea farms, tea plantations. There we go, tea plantations, and their tea is delicious. It's just nice and smooth. So yeah, check it out. Okay, so we want this page to exist. 404 not found. Good start. So we go into pages and create a new file. Tracks.vue and then template. Oh, it's HTML. Hello, hex for and Bob Ross RTX and I think it's Crazy Kitty. Pop that in there, and because Vue is all funky and everything, it wants you to have a root element in place. So we're going to give ourselves a single root element, and I probably spelled that all wrong. Save that, refresh the page, and it should say hello to you guys. I've definitely broken something or just overstretched my machine somewhere because it just hates this right now. I probably should just restart it. It didn't do the thing. Let's try layout. If it's going to take this long to load a single page, I'm gonna have to find a different way on doing this because that's painful. It's probably because I've got a whole data set in place and it's yeah. So like I say, let's close that down. Just use the standard dummy content in place and move forward. Oh yeah, there it says after a second or so. But I'm not going to deal with that painfulness for now. While that's loading in the background, we would want a page query in place. Page. And what was it? It was, we have a query, of course, as a root. All track as a singular. want to limit by 100 per page for now. And it's going to have edges, node, and then it's going to have a title, artist, and this has a title in there. And we'll use that for now. So I can now thank you guys for standing in for me. I'll have a v4 just for dummy purpose now. And it's going to be a node of a page. Let's make this a tracks like that. A page tracks dot edges. And now we can go node.artist.title hyphen node.title. I think that one might break because we have no artist. Span v if node.artist. Ooh, we're getting there. Quite interesting to see how much huge data set can slow things down. I mean, usually you can learn code to code. You never really see the data at the scale where it makes a huge impact on performance. Yeah, in the way I've got it, it's slow. And if I did have a database where I was saying, hey, just get me this one little tiny bit of data, that'd be fine. But because it's all in memory at the same time, it's going, oh, just give me this one bit of data, but you have to query across the whole lot of it in memory. And I only have 16 gigs of memory on this machine. It's going 1 second, 2 seconds, maybe some data, and 3. Yeah. So we might buckle and write a database at some point in the future. Node. Oh, is this edge? Ah, yeah, this is. We need edge. If we get it right. Edge.node. Whatever it is. There we go. And because, let's break this down as new line, span v else untitled unknown artist. Cool. Well, the ultimate is when this site gets completely built and the pain and stress has been done on my local machine or in our CI server, the user won't have that pain of the localized content because it's just as is. That's the ultimate goal. Me take the pain and stress of rendering it beforehand, so then you guys can receive the page in a snap of a second. And the reason why we're doing the whole refactor is because this works and I can navigate it through and stuff, but it's a full hard refresh from page to page. And I remember I wanted to have a player at the bottom, so if we're listening to this show and it's in page, I want to be able to allow people to navigate around the site and still listen to the show while they're going, what is this for the people? And I still can hear it. Or if they go on this page and go, hang on a second, I want to go and listen to that one track. At the moment, it sends them off-site. And I want that to happen in-site and still feel fluid. And that's the limitation of my current CMS. I might be able to hack around that, and that might be the goal, the ultimate I need to go into if I really find this Gridsome or a JavaScript front end as a dead end because of performance. and I don't want it to be that way. But let's continue making things look pretty in the meantime. Why is it? Oh yeah, that's complaining because it wants a key, and it's going to be edge.node.id. And we need to say, hey, give me the ID, otherwise I don't know what it is. Get rid of those errors. Cool, cool. I like that. Let's make it pretty by import. We can cheat a little bit, and it's going to be looking like what a episode page is. Because if we go onto here and go into JRock, we have it's looking like this already. And I want to invert the colors, and it's possible. So it's on a white instead of having the whole page is black. I noticed the whole dark theme, but my design skills are very, very limited. So components, episode track list, and it's going to be in the chapter. I need to remember this. Chapter marker and track row. We can pass in the details. So we're going to grab a track row. So let's do that. I'm going to move the script here. JavaScript. Try that again. Java. Oh, by the way, guys, I didn't ask you how your week has been going. I've been just battering on about my week and my Wednesday. How about you? You're here to hear you. Crazy Kitty's like, stop asking me questions. You talk about you. I don't want to know anything. Just keep me company. Love it. Love you guys. Yeah, that's awesome. Track row. And what else we got going on? I don't think I need anything else in that. I just need to go and say, hey, I want to use this track row. So, remember myself. I should be able to just use this straight up. So just do that, cat. I think I can just track row like this with an ending, and I'm going to bring this down here because it gives me a clue of the API I written weeks ago. Artist doc, and it's going to be edge.node.artist, and that'll be the block which we've got to give in. Oops. And we have the track doc. And this is easy. Edge.node. That's the track. That's it. But we want a failover, which is going to be the artist string is unknown artist. Actually, I think these might be defined if they will have a default if they don't exist. And hide q equals true. I should have kept the q on there. False. Yeah. I don't know why I disabled that on, because here you want to know when it played, even though it has full zeros. I should fix that. Oof, that's why. We've been going fairly well. Thank you. Been doing some studying after work, a little baking, and a chill hump day. Nice chill hump day. What are you baking? Cookies? Muffins? Or like a big pie? Look forward to that. Waiting for the week to end. Oh, to be fair, I've been waiting for Wednesday for like a week now. You know, it's been like almost like a week. But yeah, the week has been going all right. I'm doing my web dev bootcamp studies online. Awesome! That's awesome. I love that. Gone a bit slow, maybe these 2 days, but it's okay. Just, yeah, it sometimes gets like that. Can lose the steam every so often. I lose it all the time. But sometimes take a little break from coding, and there'll be a part of the day where it goes, you know what, I fancy coding and solving a problem, and you just then hit at it. But if you're trying to force it, it's not going to happen for you. And just as we're writing that, we've now got our beautiful page, and it's naturally gone like, yeah, I detect that it's not a black background, so displays it as normal. And it's gone link count. Have we put in the links? No, we did not. Links. Right, this one, I think, if we pop back over to the episode on a dummy, it should have like 2 links, and this one has, I think, 8 links. And it's just gone, I don't understand what's going on. So, href? I think that's all we need. Oh yeah, we need a provider or platform. Let's try this query. Grab the query, come on. Yeah, there we go. Paste that into here. Oop. Yeah, that's what we wanted. We wanted links. We want it linked to wherever it is in the internet and the platform, Amazon Music or Apple Music. So, refreshing this page. Boop, boop. We have those links which seem to not exist. How dare you? Really? How rude. I don't want to fix that link count, so I have a window open with my previous version. Now I don't. Go to v4 en.us.json. Ah, there we go. That's not what I was looking for. en.json. I18N? Nope. Oh, yeah, I remember how it was on this project. It was a very messy way. Do you know how I did it on this earlier spike in using Nuxt? And I might turn back to Nuxt to Nutch. It's in... not in there. It's in the configuration file. So that's why I got lost. You can see we have a direct comparison, but this is in the JSON format and this is in JavaScript format. Because this is exactly the link title we wanted to get, and we want to paste that into there. It's good to hear that you guys are having a nice and easy week, and you're still learning. It's good to hear people learning web dev and getting into it. What's your way up to on a boot camp, Crazy Kitty? I assume that it's like you've already covered basic HTML and you're covering like CSS and then JavaScript, but I'm not too sure whether it's going to be like React focused or a framework focused, or is it going to be like kind of the fundamentals of JavaScript? So then we can write some funky things like, and it's just methods to sort array. You probably come across those ones where you have your array and you want to sort, and the attributes would be like given like one element, and I show you the next element or the next items in the list. Is this one higher or lower. So A versus B, and you can return a +1 or -1 to move up and down a list. So this one's a very interesting one. If you say if a date is greater than B date, return -1 and move it down the list. I think that's the right way. Sometimes I get these wrong way around, and you can just reverse the query. If a date is lower, then like move up the list. And then if you wanted to go on to if you wanted to say, hey, these dates are exactly the same, I've got a secondary query I wanted to check upon, say date and price. So this is where if a date equals or like double equals, loose equals B date, then if a price is greater than B price, do the same thing. You go up or down. So you can build out your own sorting algorithm like that. I skimmed over that far too quick and far too easy if you was actually trying to learn something from that. But I just kind of assume that you guys are picking up JavaScript in like nice little chunks from, say, smaller YouTube videos and code camps and 100 days of code and stuff. Sweet rolls. Sweet rolls. Ooh, oh, like cinnamon rolls, sweet buns. They look nice, sugary. I love you guys. Tasting a new recipe before I start experimenting. Love it. Well, yeah, the JavaScript section now, and this is where I'm starting to hit a bit of a wall. I'm doing all right so far, I think. Good. Yeah, JavaScript you're starting to get into all the logic gates. If this, then I start doing that, and I need to go into a certain row, and it's probably one of the parts which is most rewarding as well, because it's logic gates. With all of this, like all this design and stuff, it's subjective. You can like the design, but I couldn't like the design. But it's not right and or wrong. But when it comes to if this is true, it's a guarantee that it's right, or the logic if you're given the right data. It's not subjective. It's just how it is, and then you can optimize that code to be as quick and as efficient as your coding abilities are. And that's where the truth is, and where you get the most reward, because once it works and works well, you get a big hit of dopamine up here, and you're like, yes, I did it. So Crazy Kitty's saying, I'm picking up what I can. I don't understand a lot, but it's like when I get around to certain parts, maybe I get a revelation like this. Oh, that's what is it? I'm just saying. Oh, so that's what Cow was doing. Yeah. So all this can seem like alien at some point. But when you kind of figure out what's going on, then maybe it will. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. I'll delete that because this method doesn't make sense anymore. Hopefully that keeping it within Vue land where it feels like it's HTML-y and JavaScript-y, and I don't do a great deal of CSS because I use Tailwind for that. It should make things decent enough. GraphQL is quite advanced, and I don't even know every single part of it, but this is just me saying, hey, just grab me this bit of data from our database store or from the server in this format. I just want these pieces of data. You'll probably come across loads of different APIs where it would bring back the whole chunk of everything, and that's okay. You can filter it in Page, but I'm enjoying the GraphQL experience on this project, but it's not the must. You don't have to have it. And we were putting in this. Save that, and should that work straight away? Or do I have to restart the server for that to work? Oh, cool. It's just like me when I'm learning Japanese, is when I see certain romaji or hiragana, I go like, oh, that's tu or r. And I get excited because I understand what some symbols mean. And then when I start seeing them together in a sentence, I'm like, oh, I know what onegaishimasu means. And I get excited about that. And it's just slow learning like that. So it is like learning a whole different language. And I guess you guys knowing 2 languages and English as a secondary is quite something. I'm envious, I think that's the correct word for it, of me being a native English speaker. There's no incentive for me to learn another language because English is quite a popular language around the world. Except from Chinese. So there's very little incentive. What language would be a common language for me to learn? So it's not been a thing which we've done through our education and learned. It's more out of curiosity and fun to learn another language. So it's very minimal that we as Brits and English speakers speak another language. And hello to Ask and You Shall Know. Hello, new to the stream, wondering whether every front end and back end frameworks run simultaneously on 2 different ports. I always thought there would be a way to make it integrated with 1 port. Okay, so what Ask and You shall know. You're thinking of. I've come across this a few times. Thanks for the follow as well. That came through well late. You can have your back end and front end on the same port, but what you have to do is serve your front end code through your back end, for example. So to put it in a different way, you have to kind of proxy it through, if you know how to proxy. If I've got a server running here and it's got to build these pages when it detects, say, this new template. But if I put something into our source, so maybe if I do humans.txt and cow Wellsby here, and start populating this with other generated code, it should exist. Yeah, it does. And then so you say ask and you shall follow. So that's one way in how you could say get your front end code and shove it into the static folder of your application, and it'll render out all on the same port. If you're wanting to have them run separately, there is another way in how you can do that. Actually, there isn't an easy way on the development machine, but you're getting into the territory of development operations. So nginx, you'd have to use a web server, like Nginx or Apache. I recommend Nginx. And how Nginx works, if I can find a a configuration very quickly. Config virtual host. If we can see one quickly, I'll very quickly show you how it would work and just talk about it. Here we go. That's almost like what I was saying. So this is an example, a server configuration. So you'd set up your server. We're listening on port 80. And port 80 is like without any port numbers, the domain port 80. And in this instance, it's going to serve up anything which is in var www HTML. So anything you put in that folder, it's just going to go, here you go. And by default, it's going to say anything which is index.html is going to be the first file it serves without having to put on a file or extension. And then you have these locations. And when you hit those locations, it'll say, hey, go and try in this other place. And proxy pass, we can say, hey, try these files, but there's a function in Nginx where you can say proxy pass, and proxy pass will say, hey, go and try on this other port. So say port 8081, and serve files from there. Go and try that. So that's one way in how you can serve things on the same port. That's why, say, GoDaddy.com, a popular site, would have many other sites on it. So GoDaddy Help is a different site than GoDaddy.com, but it's not like port 8081 Help as a different thing. It's being proxied through. So hopefully, asking you shall follow, that will help. Oh gosh, while I was in that, you guys popped off. Oh, nice, anime. You know what, I never really got into anime. I do enjoy the feature lengths, so I watched what's it? Weathering with You. This was a beautiful film, and I watched that at the cinema. This is a beautiful film. If you ever get a chance to watch it, and if you watch it on the big screen, I really enjoyed watching this. I am yet to watch Your Name. I'm waiting until after pandemic and my partner can come and we can enjoy watching this film together. I want to watch this though. I hear so many good things about this movie. It's probably the exactly same movie. The movie I watched on Netflix, which is a bit more graphic, is Japan Sinks. This one, I enjoyed this, but the first few episodes with their end of episodes, feels, really big feels, like, I would say graphic, like shocking. And the first few episodes really push you across that shock threshold of what's happening, that later on in this series, you're kind of expecting it. You're expecting bad things to happen. But this was a great series to watch. It got kind of glued to this, just for the shock factor as well. And let's see what you guys are asking as well. I'm not able to speak Nanny. And so what's going on most of the time. But if you ask me to write a program, I'm using good. Yeah, don't be afraid to Crazy Kitty to Google the answers. Google the questions like the one which I always Google, and I've been doing this for a long time, is how to remove a item from the start of an array in JavaScript. And the reason why I always Google this one, because like it's using splice and it doesn't make logical sense in my mind. Splice doesn't, like, who said splice? And you have pop and I just don't remember those. They don't sit because I don't use them that often. But it's usual case where I come and just go, oh yeah, it's that one, and you need to re-educate yourself. So don't be afraid to Google. You don't have to remember it up here, especially if you're coming up to interviewing for internships and juniors. Having good knowledge of how to Google for the answer is a great skill to have. Asking yourself followers learn React right now. I know MongoDB and Express with Node wanted to do a MERN stack, which is Mongo, Express, React, and Node stack. It's the new big thing now. I think people going. What's it? You have the Jam stack, and I'm trying to make this a Jam stack where it's like a static site and it then asks a function for some data. So you can see Hugo is what I'm using, and I've switched to a kind of a It's not Gatsby, it's Gridsome, but it's close enough. So you got your client, and this is what I'm building here. And I'm talking to like microservices if there are any, but I don't really have any. So a lot of it's just coming from CDN. Run them on 2 different ports is best, or Nginx when you're deployed is better if you set up your own server. But usually you can, if you use Firebase. Firebase.io, I think it is, or Firebase. It's got bought by Google. You can set up rules to redirect certain ports. So I think it's one of the products, Firebase hosting. Let's see, all products hosting. So you can host your React application, and in a specific folder, you can say, hey, redirect this to a different port or different site completely, which you've deployed, or a server. So you can do that. And same with Netlify. You can do that. I think there's a movie called Whisker Away. Let's have a look, see what this one's about. Oh, imagine if it was closer. There's a lot. There's a lot of these like coupley movies of like a kind of high school, but they're discovering themselves in a way. I'm gonna have to add that onto my list to watch. Oh, Whiskers Away. Think. We were talking Hadashi, no gen type arc. Yeah, splice, slice, pop and push. And one other one for the front of the line too. I don't know if there's any other one in that list which you've listed there. Otherwise, off the top of my mind. Oh, yeah. You said afterward. Shift and unshift. Dark, not arc. Oh, we're taking Hadashi to no-gen type dark. I think I got that. Oh yeah, another. You just remind me of Hadashi, which is in Big Hero 6. I love this film. This is one of my fave. Look at Baymax. I love them. We digress as always. So hard. We're gonna get back onto making this, and we did restart the server before we went into a massive tangent, and we were asked questions from Asking You Shall Follow. Thank you very much for those questions. I hope I helped Do ask questions as they go through. So yeah, we got our links there. We have our potential links here. I think I want to invert or understand how to invert that, but that's good. I might want to put in more tracks because I don't know when this was played. Oh yeah, Love was played the second time and then till it's gone. So I need to put in some query on here to figure out the ordering. Let's have a look at our documentation. It would be in the sort argument. So go over to sort. We want to sort by date. We don't really have a date in our full data source. That's our short data source. Our full data source, if we go into, say, 2-pack tracks and do for love, and the last time this was played, last played at, will be our date, which would make things so much easier. So if we grab that, and we can do the sort, I think we can pass in this and then descending. No, it just doesn't like that as an argument. Oops, try this one. Oh, we need to pass in by and then the string and then order. So sort by. Let's see if I can move this. Yep, I can move that over. By passing this string and then order. Maybe I have to use a keyword, descending. And in this case, I just want to disable these lines so I can make it a bit easier to see. And I'm going to put in the last played at in the results. Cannot find last played at on track. Did I put that in? I'm going to fudge it in. Force it in. I'm going to set a for this track, I want it to be the 10th instead of 19th. And I think I might need to restart the server for that as well. Oh, I think I've come across that one about a boy growing up in Japan under World War II. Something on my Netflix playlist came up about that. I've forgotten what it was. Ah, I know why that's not working. In GraphQL, we set up a custom type for a track. So if in GraphQL, you have to define your tracks very explicitly as a node. Can do it automatically, but I've done it manually in this case. And I need to add in this. And I think it can just do string and it'd be fine. I think there might be a date marker which I can use. I'm not exactly sure on this particular version of GraphQL. And we have maybe the potential for another piece of content which I've forgotten off the top of my head. 2-pack, do for love. I think it's last episode number. Whew. Add in last episode number, and this is a float, maybe? We're copying the same as what we have here, episode float. So, because it can be episode like 395.5. Because those are the mid episodes between two episodes, which I want to fit in. And sometimes it does happen. I'll save that. I need to restart the server for that. Grave of the Fireflies. I think I was written it down. Written down Fire Force and Death Note as animes to watch. Which someone on another stream I was watching earlier this week was saying. So it's every so often I come across a stream and anime is popping off as a topic, and I think it's interesting that you can come across a universal topic like that. Generally, what is going on with my computer? Look at you can't see on stream, but it's having a bad time up there. Code frequency 800 megahertz. What are we on? Like in the 80s again? That's not right. That really is not right. I'm on a 1.2. Wow, this is taking about no.
Bruh.
Oh. This is painful. 2.6 gigahertz, so that's what our frequency should be. So 800 megahertz is not right. There's something generally wrong with my machine. It's 7 years old, you know. This laptop right here. No, it's 8 years. 7 years old and a couple months. I bought it late 2013. It had the NVIDIA graphics in, but NVIDIA and Apple had a bit of a disagreement, so they don't bring out the driver support for that anymore. So they bricked my machine. I can't use that, and because I have a secondary monitor, which is 4K, it really struggles. It doesn't like life. Yeah, 1.4 less than what it should be. What is going on? It did this last week when my hard drive or storage filled. It just went nope, and just like my fans are on full. That's why every so often when I stop speaking, you hear a hum for a little while and it cuts out because I have a noise gate on my mic. So you don't have to listen to the fan. That took so long, and that's not even dealing with the full content. Look at that. What is... That's disgraceful. What is that even in seconds? That's 3 minutes, I think. If it continues, I'm going to have to reboot this machine. Which wouldn't be a terrible idea. Maybe one of these tabs are just taking up close these down. Eesh. Yeah! Oh my gosh! Generally was one of those tabs. But still the frequency is really too low. Let's try. Okay. We have this piece of data and it does look like it's doing a thing. I'm not exactly happy with that it's coming back as a epoch. I think if it's epoch time. Let's try with that with a H. Epoch is the time since the first 1990, I think. But yeah, that's the epoch time because it counts up. If we say 0 seconds, 1970 is when it starts counting up from seconds. So we can convert time into seconds. And I think, can you do negative time? Negative 100 epoch, and that should be like the year. Yeah, you can. And I've never come across that, but yeah, you can have negative epoch. Sometimes that works better because storing time as a integer helps in some places. But what I have seen in this project is sometimes a date would come in if I go over to our scroll, come on, go, go, go. I'm so glad I'm not like DJing on this computer right now, because it would be stuttering so hard. If I converted this time into a different format, I think it is like this format, and did that twice. I kind of don't want to do it now because I'm gonna have to restart the server. I don't think it even reads the new data. It comes back as the string. This is getting painful. Save that, save that. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna have to restart the machine. This is just too painful for a stream. The music will stop, but I'll still remain. Yeah, die. It closes all the things in the background. Let's go. Let's do this restart. Like, it generally annoys me when I'm coding as well, when your tools, your machine is not performing as well, because you're getting distracted by it being slow. So you pick up your phone and go onto Twitter, or you come onto Twitch or play a little game while you're waiting for the thing to do the thing. Like, I'm waiting for it to even just shut on down. You can see on stream it's just desktop. It's not shut on down yet. And it really distracts you from everything. So if you have a good machine which is performant, then you're more productive. If you have better tools, you're better at your job. So yeah, I probably need to get a new machine sometime. I do have a new PC which I built for gaming, and I've been checking out how to do Hackintosh. Here is Big Sur, but I don't know. It doesn't really work as Hackintosh sounds great if you have the perfect hardware, but if you don't have the perfect hardware, it's less stable than this machine. Gaming, you say? What type of games? I play Battlefield 3. No, I play Battlefield 4. Sometimes Battlefield 5. Insurgency, Sandstorm. I used to play Counter-Strike Go quite a bit. What other ones do I play? Dead Side. It's kind of like a survival. It's early access. Satisfactory. That's pretty fun. I can waste a lot of time on Satisfactory. A factory building game. Gosh, whoa. Machine, come on. This is like what you are seeing on screen is what I see right now, like a dead computer. The first time as my computer generally died on stream. I don't stream my games because I don't think I'm that good at gaming sometimes. I have toyed around with the idea of there we go. I think it's booted. And sorry about the clipping noise. Then I think that is my PC. No, my computer. I'll just mute that. while it starts. Sometimes it's my audio driver does that. I don't have a personal Discord yet. I might consider getting one, so stick out for that. And at the moment, because I spend most of the day looking at a computer screen trying to code it, when it comes to the evening, I don't really want to play games because I'm just too riled with concentrating for so long. I just want to sit and watch Netflix or scroll through YouTube. Everything's got to start up now. We might have our browsers back. I'm just going to leave it a second to do its thing. I've seen one password trying to come on up there. Usually, like with these old machines. Hang in there, guys. We're almost back. Loads of things are doing things. I can see my CPU on, like, well, you can't see it on stream, but I have a little chart, iStats CPU, because I thought I'd just use that bar to, advertise myself. I think we are now at a nice stable point. Let's try loading up Spotify and put the music back on, because I'm pretty sure. Down. How's that? Is that good? I've still got like just 800 megahertz. No, we've got the full 1.4, well, apparently 1.4 gigahertz available to us. What games do you play? Hexplanation. Come on, give me a hexplanation of games. Explanation? I can't tongue twist that one. Gosh. Yeah, once item. Boop 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 boop. Too big? Big enough. CD projects and come on. No, it's code projects. Gridsome yarn dev. Yeah. That's looking promising. Chrome is definitely a memory hog, but and sometimes a CPU hog, but I'll close down the Twitch part. I love wordplay. It's alter rage. We got our server booted. Localhost 8080. We are now back and snappy. All tracks. Cool. We are back. We are almost cooking on gas, I think. Looks alright. What I wanted to do is add in the sort, and it was, I want to see if we can grab this query. I don't know whether you can put it onto new lines. If you can, that would be so awesome. Yes, you can. Oh, nice. See, I'm learning as well as you guys. Or you guys just know all this stuff. and you're just hanging around, going like, "Oh, look at him go." Last played at. I don't need a comma at the end of that. Order. Save that. I think that's the right way around. For clarity, I'm going to go throw out the edge.node. Let's play that and see it explode. No? There should be a number there. And to make it easier to keep engaged with you guys, I got to bring up my restream and put it onto my second screen. Restream to the second screen. To the second screen. But I have my mobile phone right below me. That's why I was able to still check you out. Games these days, I've been enjoying Resident Evil 7. Oh yeah, that's what Crazy Kid was on about, RE7. I'm quite fond about Destiny 2. I think I've got that on Stadia. I like puzzle games. Talos Principle, Mindful Garden, Archie Amber, Turing Test. Oh, interesting. Portal. I love the memes which Portal does, but I've not played. It just looks so raw to me. Shenzhen IO. What's that one? That one sounds interesting. Shenzhen I.O. Video game. Oh, this is. So you're coding a game? Oh, you write the pipelines for it. And the code. Oh, isn't that cute? I love that. You're writing up the logic boards, the PCBs. Oh, that is next level. I like that. But because I code all day, I don't want to sit and code in a game. What is it? Have you come across Satisfactory video game? Can I? Yeah. I love the trailer for this. Oh, here we go. Play? Don't play then? I was excited to play that trailer. It's one of my favourite trailers. It's cute. It sounds like it's playing two different tracks in the background. Oh yeah, it totally is.
You can play it alone or with your friends.
I'm so going to get a copyright strike for this. I love that. Yeah, I play that sometimes. So that's little doggo. It's quite therapeutic, but I can spend so many hours on that, which is weird because it's still kind of like programming in a way. You're wiring up batteries together. Human resource machine and 7 billion humans. Have a look at this one. Is this like Bomber? Oh gosh, you're hardcore with these
Congratulations, all 7
programming games.
here at your new job. We don't just
Turn that back down.
we also work out your bodies. Are you ready? Let's go.
On loop. Oh gosh. What this reminds me of? Prison Architect. This is so weird. Prison Architect. Yeah, sometime in 97, why not? You have to design a prison and keep them from killing each other and killing your guards, so you can make up epic prisons to keep people in. And I think there's a little bit of logic gate with the security cameras and the gates themselves. You can wire them up. That's probably the extent of programming games which I would play. What's it? Tis 100. Let's have a look at Tis 100. Ultimate hacking game. Oh, this is like basic. Gotta be honest. This is level 1000 sort of plays. Like, where does it have like achievements you have to unlock? I don't know. I would get well stressed out. That doesn't look relaxing at all. Where are the memes? You get contracts and you have to make an execution node. Oh, this looks far too complicated for me to like. You know what? I'm gonna finish work for the day, and I'm going to go and program a game in a game inside of the game. It's games all the way down. Oh, you are next level. Hats off to you for these meta games. Yeah. Uh, no, for me it's like first person shooters and construction type of games. I have Red Dead Redemption on Stadia, if that helps. Or Monopoly. I like Monopoly on Stadia. We've we've done very, very little. We've lost our side. I think it's because we need to open it up on here. There we go. We've gained it back. Take a look at the last game, and we'll get back to coding. Oh, that's cute. I like the artistic style, but I don't understand what is going on. Oh, you had to put down logic gates and work through the puzzle. Oh, that's trippy. There's a room inside of rooms. That buffering is my computer. It's not the stream. It really hates life. Rediscover gravity and explore the Escher-esque world of impossible architecture and witness the infinity in a first person and master the rules to solve physics-defying puzzles. Cultivate a garden to open up new paths forward where eternal expanse awaits. Whoa! That chill? That looks almost that chill. I don't know. It's probably something which I'll buy. I'll play for about 4 hours in one session, and then I would be like, oh man, that was a lot of work, and then find it very difficult to pick it up again. I find that with few of my games, if they got a lot of work against it, unless I've like kind of dedicated a day where I'm going to go like, you know what, I'm going to play that game. It doesn't really. I don't really play a great deal. You probably play a lot more than me. But that's pretty epic. I love the artistic design of that game. Oh, are we gonna complete this project or what? I I know, right? Show me all the things. I wanted to see where you're going wrong. I've not got it in there. Last played at. Do I actually have the correct piece of data coming out? It totally should be there, but nope, this has definitely confused me. Confused the living, like, everything out of me. But the last played out on there. It's, yeah. And I don't know. I'm gonna try if a date format works. Does that work? Oh, I stopped the music. Gosh. Eternal silence. The worst thing in the world. Oh, there we go. We do have the last play that. Might have needed a restart of the server, but... And it looks like it's a date. Which is better. So yeah, date formats do work. Which is good to know, because I can fix that as well. And I want to check whether we can change the order of this. I think it's... This one's newer than this one. If I just change that around. Yeah, cool. So it has picked up that the correct way around. Descending from newest to oldest, or from highest number to lowest number, should be correct. Cool. I want to wrap this page in some of our templating as well. So we want to go to pages, donate maybe, pull this down here, scroll all the way to the top, grab these two sections and just close them off twice. Press my key binding to fix that up. Maybe get rid of the padding. Yeah, that looks good. Throw my chat back on. And Gridsome pagination. I want to see. Here we go. Yeah, we throw in this. You can close now. You can close, and we want to throw. Oop, there. Paginate, and we have this per page 100. And page, and we want to pass in the page maybe? Get rid of the limit. And there's a component for it. Pager. Gridsome has a built-in pager component, make it easier for that. So I'm not going to save the page yet, because I want to put all the code in and then hit the save while we're looking at the code and see it refresh and either exploding it in a holy grail of fire, or work first time and we get to press the yay button on our soundboard. So fingers crossed. What is it going to be? Info, page. Yeah, we got page, and it's gonna be tracks and page info. Going to pretty much copy what we've got going on here, which we need to kind of bring in this pager and make it available on that. Copy this goodness. Ooh, buttons. Yeah, I have 5 sound buttons. You've already heard 2 of them today, and there's only one of them which I very rarely use. I put it onto there, but it's more for like the really, really bad times. You know what? I think we got everything in place which I want to get in place, and this isn't going to paginate very well because we only have 2 tracks. So per page, 1 item per page. And we're going to go over here, and we've already done it. I've already broken it. So we get to hit the...
No, God! No, God, please, no!
No.
No! No! No!
Yeah, don't we... when I see this, it's more like,
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
yeah, it's more like that. So what went wrong then? We have this. Oh, here's a line which I did not check. Yeah. That sounds like the system admin who don't verify his backups. Yeah. So promising. I don't know whether that on our episodes page is going to work, because if you know how our episodes work, if we go to episode number 7, will it try to paginate that? I think on our full site, if we go to episodes and go down to the bottom to our very broken design pagination, you see we have page like that. It's okay for our tracks page, but it'd be broken for episodes page. So I need to have a feel how path route. Ooh, this might be another one where I have to make a fix for it. Something which I don't have to deal with right now, but I know that when we do pagination on our episodes, we're going to hit that very, very hard, and it'll be painful. So we go back to, say, 50 tracks a page. I might be able to get away with a lot more. I'll see how the page performance goes. But I need to put it back in one page and see how to theme up this pager. Yeah, there's going to be no styles or asset for that. Can I add in classes? Link class? Label. Just a link class. Is that it? I hate designing paginations. That's why this one is broken, because I never got around to designing it, and I kind of stopped the project except from its data. Maybe let's just make it a little bit nicer. Class flex call items center. Better. Can I? It did give me the option for the link class. Can I put in a link class in here? And I don't know. Let's test it out. Let's test out what we can add in this link class. Say if we say text blue 500, what does it do? Okay, each link. So we could put in maybe PX, which is one direction. Yeah, that's better. And I want a bit of margin. Margin X. We'll put on 1. And for good measure, because if we hover over this element, let's get it right. I want some vertical height on that as well. So PY 1. I want a bit of, just a little tiny bit of height. I'll be a little bit too spaced out, but it should be fine. I think, actually, hang on a second. Do I have the designs on this one? I don't have the designs on this one. Let's go and open up a... I have a design which has pagination on it. I don't think it's... Ignore. I think it's on that. Ah! Come on. If I go to episode page... It's all the pesky metagames that'll throw you off. Yeah, totally. Oh, come on, Figma, let me in. Good thing I downloaded a version previously. So this is a version of the site. If we open up a preview, I want to scroll to the bottom of it. This is the pagination. So I can make most of it, but the end buttons are not going to be play, and I don't know about the active class. It might add one in. No, it doesn't add on any special... Yeah, there's no special classes on that to even hook into. Let's have a look at the repository and see what's the core project in Gridsome app. I guess there will be a component called Pager. Ooh, we do have a first class, because it didn't say it was documented. We have a link class, but we're missing some documentation here, so sometimes I dig into the code for the documentation. We have our first class, next class, last class, previous class. Cool. So I should be able to go and close this now. Previous class. Probably already did this, didn't I? Reopen. I think I did. I started to do some of the classes on this project, but I don't know where. Components. Because I had to start building a pagination. Yes, I did. I did. I'm going to steal this. To save myself some time. Save that. What do we have? We have a circle. I don't like that one bit. Right. It's because we're trying to add in a... And get rid of padding. I want to equal an even height, so we don't need the flex box because we haven't got any content inside of there. Text black is fine. Border color is fine. So our width, I don't know, 12. Height, 12. Too much maybe? It's too little. 16. Doesn't exist. 18 doesn't exist. These points, come on. Oh, what point is there? 22. 24. 6. Come on. Tailwind CSS sizes. Nope. That's one thing I hate about Google at the moment. You know, You go on the page and you're like, yeah, I'm going to click on this link, and you seen it a second in, it dropped down into that space. Like, come on, get out of my way. Is that actually too small of a size? I don't know. Let's go 40. Make it massive and really test these sizes out. Gonna save. Okay. Yeah. It's because of what it is, the type of element. It has a underlining. And now I can actually start putting on our sizes. I wonder if it's an inline block. I think that will do. Flex. Oh, inline flex maybe, and then flex call items. Will this give us a height? And maybe we do padding 0. Oh, I don't know. I want the vertical height. Oh yeah, there we go. And nice. Oh. And we have to pretty much copy that for our last class. I think it's next class. First person shooter games is what I like. Yep. Let's see. Do I have any gameplay? Oh, I do. See, when was last time I recorded? Years ago. Yeah. This Battlefield 5, I think it's actually quite beautiful. Well, when it first came out, but it wasn't a great release. I think it's quite cheaty at the moment. I die so hard. What other ones we got? Oh, this is one where I was dying so much. I think I die 3 times in a row from a tank, and then I recover pretty epically. So I died from this little bird, and my next deployment. You see that little bird? I think it is. I'm engineer. I'm putting on a RPG. There's a little bird hanging around. I deploy in. Boom. Got ya. See, this was a strategy where I was just like, what? Seeing it on here, I was thinking, I'm not got the right loadout. And he's hovering around. He's got me a few times, so go as engineer, get the RPG on, make sure that's on. And I didn't know whereabouts it was deploy me. good spawn. Good spawn. I love that. I don't know whether I got any more best plays than that. Let's have a quick skim through this one. It's mostly me dying. Most times it's me just dying. Pop goes the heli. Exactly. End of round. There's one I think I parachuted in. These are years ago as well. I don't really stream them or record them. There generally was one where I parachuted in, took down a helicopter while parachuting. But here is a scene of my worst. I don't know. I just don't have a good round, I think. So come in. You probably noticed there's a tank over there. So cool. Completely missed that. There's a dude. So switch over to this. Run out of ammunition, so going in for the pistol, managed to get that, and then there's this tank just hanging out here. Needs repair, but where's the dude gone? This is most of my life, really. And yeah, that's about it, really. I think probably have some better plays somewhere. What else? Oh, Battlefield 1. I've not played Battlefield 1 in ages. I miss Battlefield 1. I don't even know if there's any decent plays. I think maybe on one of these I saved it because I just got a decent set of kills. Usually happens at the end, isn't it? No. Nothing on that. I like this map. Just mostly me dead. See? Dead again. Come on up. Oh, got him. That was a good one. Let's see that again. Clearing out the rooms. Jump on down. Didn't even notice there was a dude here. I think seen him in the corner of my eye, but I was getting shot from behind on that one. And it happened again. Was I booted from the server? Activating squad boost. I don't know what that is. Yeah, sometimes I can be a shotgun pwner. Oh, I think... Shut that out. Dude hanging out. Nope. Denied. Dude just spawned on him. All the weapons because he was invincible for a second then. Like, he spawned in the second, like, I took him out. And I think I might have a PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Most of the times I'm dead on this. I don't think there's any good plays on this. This looks really, really low quality. Yeah, no good plays. So yeah, mostly first person shooters. By the way, you stand while you stream in codes. Asking because I can see it, but only then. I stand always when I'm streaming and coding. But throughout the day, I yo-yo from standing and sitting about 3 or 4 times. If I'm dealing with a deep problem, I would I would sit down and kind of focus on the problem for a bit. Or if I'm on a Zoom call for like an hour or something like that, I'd sit on down because I just can't be bothered. But sometimes when I'm just in a good flow, stand up it is. Yeah. PUBG is one of those ones where I get frustrated because you spend so long, you're in a lobby with 100 other people waiting for the lobby to happen, and then you get deployed out, you're like, yeah, grab this, grab that, grab this, grab that, yeah, cool, load up this, like, where's everyone? And then you just turn around and you're dead. You spend a lot of time preparing yourself and you die so quickly, so where's the fun in just waiting and spawning and collecting things and dying again and again? So sometimes I just want to get in on a game and play, I don't know, for an hour and get a good few rounds in, a decent amount of kills, like feel like, yeah, I achieved something. Yeah. Stand-up definitely has improved my morale from working from home. Like, if I'm sitting on my my chair all day, it generally hurts. I don't have a good time. It's looking alright. That. Do we have... Oh, yeah, we do have an active link class. Exact active link. I'm confused about these two classes. Underline. Ah. Okay. Done. That was painless. But if everyone's there, there's some documentation which could be done. So I'm gonna add that into the to-do open source document classes. Oop, nope, that one. Yeah, this page needs more documentation. It's missing things. It wasn't updated since 2019. I was looking at some of the Gridsome code and it's a bit slow. I on updates, and the repository is not fully tested. So it does make me feel a bit wary about the longevity of the project. If it's going to get decent traction or not. Either way, let's go back to 50 pages, save that. We have this. And the pagination doesn't show when there's no pages, which is it's fine with me. But what I kind of wanted to do, maybe, I wanted to see about filters in a page, but I'm not too sure how to do that. Page params. Params? If it's possible at all, it should be possible. Like, you got this root params and can deal with that. I'd have to generate the pages like this. So a particular page would be tracks. Let me explain. So I want to create a filter to say filter all Spotify, all tracks which have a Spotify link. So tracks.spotify, like that. So I'd have to create a page with a custom query for that, and it might just work. I'm looking at this documentation for this create pages. I might be able to get away with it by using the same page. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give that a try. So I think that's in our massive. I want to separate this out. I really want to separate this out. API create pages, and let's look at this. We have our create page attribute which we're going to pass in, and we want to wrap that around. And create those pages for each of our services. So let's const pro platforms. Let's make that capital. And I think I might be able to steal info from, is it track link? Yes. Grab these and paste them in there. But I'm not going to be using them as that, and get that cleaned up. It just gives me a basis. So now I can say select all these lines and pressing, I think it's Command Shift L, puts me at the end of the line, and I think it's Command Shift L and Command left puts me at the front, and Option right puts me there, moves me along to one of the kind of markers. Now I can do Command Shift right to select all that, and now that it's selected, I can just press one key to replace all that text. So that's one way on how to do that. Feel free to rewind that, or I'll do that again. I cleaned up all the lines. I go to the very last line, and I just select all those lines. Let's select all these lines. Command Shift L on your keyboard, and I think it was, yeah, Command Shift L. I've forgotten this of code. Get to start. I lost it. Lost my window. Select them all. I've lost where the cursor is. Command Shift L. Command left. Option right. Command and Shift right. Replace. Once a line, edit. So we've got platforms. For each of the platforms, we want to create a platform. Of course, we want to grab the info from that and create page, which will be a path, tracks. We want to make this as a literal element, tracks, which will be. Do I even need to do that? I probably don't even need to do that. If I create this platform, because I don't know the from. I'm going to create a / tracks on this, and it'll be platform, which will pass into our thing. So component source templates track. Have we got templates? I don't want to use the templates. Can I use pages tracks.view again? I don't even think I need to iterate over them. If I iterate over them, I could actually, because instead of having dynamic, I'm going to say that. Let's try this dynamic way. or start. So cancel the server and start again. If I go to tracks on Spotify, should be a link. Oh yeah, I need to just cancel off all these. Start the server again. Boop. I want to close this down. Hang on. You and the Hexplanation are work from home in the same room, and so you're watching the stream on your TV and you're chatting in the chat? Ah, that's good. Yes, sir. I love that. You're just chilling out, coding, or playing your coding game. Well, that didn't work. Debug equals all the things. This is gonna hurt. The reason why I want to run a debug, I wanted to see tracks on, see if it existed anywhere in our debugging. And if you use any Node program and you want to see all the debugging output, you can just put the debug asterisk as a environmental variable, and it should give you all of the data like this. And this is probably what's taking a lot of the time, because it's going, hey, all these expressions in the Babel, but this is beforehand. Yeah, there's a bit too much debugging. Whoa, what? What did I press? Don't know how to make it stop. Accessibility. I generally don't know how to make this stop. It is zoom and oh yeah, use scroll and modify key. I learned something new. You can scroll for days. Oh, we got. I need to get some mods or something like that. Ban. Spam. And oh. Yeah, there we go. Just had someone posting. It's probably good. It's gone off the screen. Just people trying getting on the PCs. They should chill about that. I love that. I've forgotten what I was doing again. Okay, so this didn't work as I thought it would, but that's fine. What I will do instead is I'll get rid of the tracks on and that form. I want to go through all those. Actually, I kind of like the tracks /on/platform. I kind of like that, but I don't know whether it will fully work. Because if someone goes to tracks.on, what happens then? It's a blank page. I might set up a redirect. Either way, I like the idea of that. We're going to do our nice keyboard command there, Command Shift and left, and I want to just kind of wrap these. Multi-line edit, nice. Oh yeah, I need to yarn without debug. So we should have a few pages which are created for us, which is good because those pages will actually be built. And if I refresh that, it should be this. Brilliant. I need to check. Can we pass in more about Pages API? We have the options, path, context. Context, that's what it is. Or is it query variables? Context. That's what we want. So I can go into context here and pass in our platform as a piece of context. And then if we come back over here, platform string. I wanted to check what happens if I have a filter. So I go on not all episodes, all track, and it's going to be the filter input. And I want the links. Oh, it's not quite there. I might have a different angle I can go about it. Back out of that. I didn't want to do it this way. But I do have a different angle I can get in there. So if I comment out that query all link edges node, I think it's track title and href. I could do it that way around, but it won't be in chronological order. But querying all the links instead of all the tracks, then filtering the tracks which don't have the link, it might be a bit better that way. Or it like the link filters could be a completely different kind of subquery. So if I say href, I need to do a back per page filter href, and then do eq Spotify. No? What ones do we have? Oh, it's not href. It's be platform, isn't it? And this is a platform here. Platform is Spotify. So we could do it that way. We might be able to get away with the nested last played at. And we have our track data there. So I just would need to refactor this and go in at the angle of all the links which we have. It won't be all the tracks, because maybe I have the core tracks page, and then I could have a tracks on platform, because when going through some of these tracks, if we say go to one of the older episodes, for example, here we have this track here, this MVK Donomy. It's got no links. It's a track, it would exist, and we can go in to this track as the artist. Going to do this. This exists as a page. And someone might be like, oh, that track, I want to still search for it or help contribute to in getting this data. And if we were on our let's get rid of this, it was bugging me. If we were on this page and if it's got no links, it wouldn't exist or be difficult to get to. So I like this page, but on Spotify I think I need to kind of duplicate this page with a different query and deal with that. But I've got a very pressing need. I need to take a little tiny break and I can come back and code some more. Otherwise I'm going to be standing here itching for a while. So I beg you guys to go grab yourself some water and hydrate yourself, and I'll be back in a few more minutes. Found the right button after all. I should label these buttons. I'm back. Get some biscuit. You're probably gonna hate that. The noise of me chewing. Get some sugars. Get some energy. I'm going on. Should have liked this. Welcome back. Now with more treats. And coming at you in your ears. Yeah, I'm on these Lotus biscuits. They're vegan, so no butter. Oh, I should have put the kettle on, shouldn't I? Little cup of tea on the side and dip it in. Next you're going to say, they did look nice. Totally should have. I'm actually quite tempted for a cup of tea now. Now that you said it. Have you guys got a cup of tea? Please say yes. Treat yourself. I love you guys. It's so fun. What was it? Oh yeah, we were dealing with the notion of like platform specific. And I'm having a little think that I like the all tracks approach. So I'm going to keep this in play. And because it's a very simple page, I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to bring it into a template. So this is going to be a... I want it as a... Yeah, I want it as a template because it's going to be a hidden page. Copy this, bring it in here, but we're going to change our query. We still want our pagination to happen. We want a platform string to happen. And instead of being all track, it's going to be all link. And I don't know if I can use a sort by. We can do a filter where the platform equals, right down to new line, equals platform, there. And down here, because we are a link, we have to change ourselves around. We might be able to get away with track and nesting all this. Like that. We need to wrap it around brackets. I think that page is good to go. We'll save that. And down here, because we have it pointed to our other page, we want to change this to templates and links. We save that, restart our server. Apparently, I've just got a congratulations, you just received 100 messages today on our Restream chat. Achievement unlocked. Thank you very much, guys, for sending in 100 messages between you and making our chat so busy and keeping me company. And me keeping you company, more importantly. Ooh, nice. Oh, love the hearts. I wanted to check whether this one has a Spotify. No, it doesn't have a Spotify. But we do have a Bandcamp. Tracks on Bandcamp. Not quite as I expected. I want this to exist. How about on SoundCloud? Yeah. Can I maybe platform like this? Display it on page? Play with this for a second and see whether I got it right or not. Oh, right, yes, I know why I've gone wrong. Do you know why I've gone wrong? We've got it as tracks, but this is meant to be links. We have links here. So now we're thinking in the domain of links. Each link is as an index, so that's fine. And we want to pass in the link.track.artist and link.track here. Because we're in that mindset of that. And we want the pagination to fix as well. And there's probably something else in the console log which I've not paid attention to. Oh, cool. Cool. It's there. Hello. Yay. And oh, did I miss something? Actually, don't. Not long until bedtime. T doesn't agree with sleep. Oh, you code now. Don't see code. Now we have the most mansome view. Oh. Thanks. Ah, yeah, I forgot to change it over to this. Thanks for the the thing, the notification. Yeah, it happens to the best of us. I don't have a big broadcasting team right behind me who's controlling the VDR and stuff like that. Just myself, a secondary keyboard where I can press certain key buttons and get on through to different scenes. This one's to kind of hide the screen if there's something happening. Say I'm entering a particular code or something like that. That's what I go to, and I don't know whether you can see. Come on, over here. I have labels on my keys, which I can trigger off and have a good time. Thank you. So you didn't miss a lot. Let me recap. What we did is we were playing around with the playground. We realized that we're going to use this all link. It's going to bring us back each and every link on 4 tracks. And each of those links does have a track object, so we can see here. We have a track which can bring back, and we have all the content in there. This allows us to filter by platform on those links. So we pulled that in. We changed a little bit of our server, so then we are using these platforms, going through each one of those, creating those pages with the tracks /on/platform and pointing it to our templates.links with the added context of what platform it is. So we go into our links. We have this platform which we've received from our context, which will be Spotify, Bandcamp, SoundCloud. Then we can start querying against it. And then that brings us back the content, which is there. So I hope that that page platform doesn't exist on that. Maybe it doesn't need to. And to check it works properly, I'm going to Spotify exists on there and Apple Music. Apple Music exists on there. I'm going to nullify Spotify on this. And we should see one track there. Now I want to see a track which exists on both of them, which is Apple Music. I should see 2 tracks. Yes! Yay! Standing applause, ovation. It's good having you around, Crazy Kitty. I know what it's like to have a kitchen sink full of dishes. That's I have a few dishes going on in my sink over there. Just like I have a vase and a shaker which need to clean out. So hopefully you find some. I find it therapeutic sometimes, or I just load a dishwasher and throw it on. It takes 3 hours and cleans things nicely. But yes. We got there. We made it. We made our page happen. But I do want to improve this somewhat. What are we missing? We are missing the ability to switch between those tracks, right? So I want not tracks, those platforms. I want a platform switcher. So we will add in a div here. Here it is, div. And this will be platform switcher. And this will convert into a component that should sit at the top here. So I'm going to make a new component. Platform switcher view. I don't know. HTML, throw that in there. It's going to be a div, of course. And let's grab that. Change this to platform switcher. Bring that component in. Of course, we want to import the component from at components. Think that in there. Ha! Dishwasher's definitely the way to go. And boom, it's loaded in. YOLO. So now I might have a little tiny bit of duplication. I might look at like kind of bringing them into locale or something which saves me from doing that. But the duplication will likely be not a configuration here. Bringing these platforms in. Set up a JavaScript. Add in platforms. Clean the code. And I want to data. And it runs like this. Allow that. I think it rolls like that. So now in our page or our component, we'll have those. I'll start off with, say, a G link. And I'll add in, say, V for link of, maybe, platforms. Let's see what this brings out, link. Oh, it's going to be platform, isn't it? Try again, Kyle. I think that might be the way. Oh yeah, it wants the key as well. But it should have iterated it over each one of those. It seems we've got them in twice. Oh no, that's looking right. Now, clean that up a bit. We can go to and generate ourselves a bit of a code here. Maybe tracks on platform. I should be able to Apple Music, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Audio Mac, Beatport, Bing, Discords, all of these switch. Yes, all of that. Now a track row link has. Can we get those logos in? Providers. Yeah. Thanks, Hex. Ooh, there we go. Actually, we might get away with reusing some of our components. Hear me out on this one. Because this track link is pretty much dumb in that all it says is like, hey, I want a provider or platform. If you give me a link, I will just use that. Otherwise, a track name, I will create a search link for that. So if we give it a link, we will have that. And I can say it will have a link which will go to the page if it's a full link. And I can say hide title false, and I'll show the title as well. And convert it, because we have this provider, but I can make these providers clean, so I can reuse that. Yes, yes, yes. Let's do that. Let's do it from at components track link components paste that in there so I can track link like this, and it just needs to be a one-liner, and it's going to be href on each one of these. So copy this in, oh yeah, I need to do this v4 for each one of those as well. Ooh. And I need to pass in plat. Is it platform or is it? What is it? What's it want in here? It wants provider. I should provide a platform. Same thing. How amazing is that? Yes. And in class, I want them to be horizontal. Flex row. Flex wrap. Items center. Justify. Yes! Almost. Class. Margin. Either side, so margin X. 4. Just give it some space between. Now we're cooking with gas. Or we're cooking with flex. Love it. I'm really liking that. I may want to scale it down just a wee bit. But I like that. I like that. I like it quite a bit. It's not perfect. And unfortunately, I don't know if Figma's going to work. Yes, it is now. I think our designer did put in a design for the potential of that. But oh well, I like that a lot. But some of these titles are wrong, aren't they? So, enable our providers link, and it's of course going to complain like anything. We open up our previous project, which is v4. We go into nuxt config, and here are the providers. It's going to be en.us. Yes. And do the see, that's muscle memory. I know that in memory, but when I break it down and try and figure out what keys am I pressing, I forget all the time of what key I am actually pressing. I need to get rid of these end ones because JSON doesn't like that. I think because the I18N is in JSON format, it requires a refresh of the server. Now we're cooking with Flex. Refresh. Yes! I like that. I like that a lot. It's alphabeticalized? Yeah, not too bad. There might be one or two of them missing, but we'll add to in time. Is there a tailwind scale? Maybe this. I want to give this a try. I want to see, can we scale this down nicely? This whole section just... No. It's like a configuration, is it? Oh, we need to put transform in there. If I do this like this... That works. I don't like the amount of padding on it. Maybe if we do it on... Oh, there's a bit too much space around it. How is that rendered out? It's done it. It's done. Like the text is smaller. Maybe not so small. What do you think? Do you think? Let's get rid of this marker. You know what I need on that page? I need to go onto templates, links, and I want to throw in a horizontal line. Just to separate those off for a second. Maybe add some spacing around that. So class margin Y, I think it is 2. Nice. It's not efficient to do scaling like that, but it works, and I think that size works quite nicely as well. Now, the holy grail of testing. Ugh. Ugh. It needs a drop down for mobile, doesn't it? It's all over the place on mobile. It's fine on tablet landscape mode. On phablet, it's could be better. I think it definitely needs some sort of different navigation. Maybe like a where you have all of them in a line, and you have to kind of scroll bar them, which isn't impossible to do. Like scroll. Like this. I could do that. And then have it snap. I know there's a snapping feature. But I don't think it's enabled on Tailwind. That would make it where it's more interactive, as into you might see a couple and then scroll off, and it'd always show Amazon Music and Apple Music first because of the alphabeticalized. If I don't change the ordering of it. I like the desktop view. Tablet is okay. There's a bit of space up here. Might be a bit too much. Or might make this a bit more spacey. Give it a bit more air. Much better. I like this view. That's really nice as well on super large screens. 4K screen. Let's go. Yeah. It's okay. I might go for full size. Let's bring this out and disable it. See what. Like this is a 4K screen, and that's what it results in. That's not terrible. That's okay. That's acceptable. Bring it back over here. Like that's acceptable. I like that. Back to a 2. How about 2K screen? 2K is nice. 1080. What we're working with. Oh, I need to. Is it always got a blank? Yeah. Target. Type. String. Default. Blank. I can put in here. Target. Target. Like that. Now on his platform switcher. Target. Self. I think it is the default. Yes! And G link that for good measure. Doesn't work quite as well. Might have to play around with that because my thought is if it's doing a full page refresh, I don't want that to happen. I don't think it is. Let's have a look. See. Oh, on these filters. You should not see it like a document come on through. Okay, the GraphQL's working fine with that. I've not tried it with the build. I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with that. That looks really good. Shall we try it with the full build again? Let's go for it. Content. They are. And it's going to be content full. Yarn develop. Yeah. I totally agree. Gotta give it a try with the full data locally. I know it doesn't build and it takes an hour for it to try and build and fail. But locally, I should be able to kind of click through on these and see... Oh god. Oh gosh. I need to go to a page which isn't this page. Because I just realized it's going to bring back a large amount of data. And because it gives me time for a cup of tea. Oh, cool. There we go. We have our page there, and that should be fine. And our pages should work on this page as well. Oof. I don't have to worry about that going nuts on that particular page. I was expecting it to kind of reload and go like, here you go. Here's 10,000 SoundCloud links or more. And try and render that into HTML. And your browser just goes, oh gosh, no. Please no. No, I don't want a TV to turn off in 5 minutes. Yeah, it took 90 seconds to do that. A minute and a half just to load the content in. What I was thinking is, instead of having it all in Gridsome, maybe having the GraphQL side as a separate application or separate part of the project where it's going to load that content into GraphQL. And then have Gridsome query against that custom GraphQL server. And at the same at build time. So potentially, say, have a live GraphQL server and so it's on in production, and then when I want to generate the site, I query against that live GraphQL server when the data is updated to generate the static HTML pages for a high-performant website. It's time for the sleeps for you guys. Yeah, it's great having you guys around, Hex and Kitty. As always, you can catch me again next week when I'm trying to continue on this project, line by line, bite by bite. So rest well and have a great rest of your week. I'm going to figure out the end of this, and I'll probably be disconnecting or ending stream soon as well. Yeah, feel free to ping me on Twitter or some way to communicate, some other communique, and we'll link up, see if we can get some games on the go as well. Does it actually take mental capacity to write tet all the time? Send a DM on Twitch. Is that a possible thing? I never really tried Twitch DMs. Maybe they are a thing. Whisper. It's a whisper. A whole bunch of numbers. What's that for? Got you. I got you for the first time. Got you to write the. Seen the DM. I don't know what the numbers mean. I don't have PlayStation. If that's what that is, PlayStation code. Steam friend code. Oh, got you. Yeah, I'll see if I can figure that one out. Ugh. This is why it takes an hour to build, because there's generally something not going right. You even cancelled it. It's like, nah. Come on, try again. You can do this. Rest well, guys. Have a good one. Think. Sure. I'll do that after stream. Thanks for reminding me. No. It feels like it's trying to load, but it just isn't loading. Until next time, guys. Someone's gone into my throat. Let's try tracks. Oh, seen it for a glimpse then. See, this brings back it. Oh, okay. Last played at decided to have a bad time. Okay. Last played at happens to have some bug with it, and I'll have to fix that another time. So I'm going to remove that from our tracks and our links. I don't think it's essential right now, but it seems to have a bad day. Yeah, tracks are null because it's failed to load, and Gridsome does that. It just goes like, no, I'm not gonna render that because it's errored in the GraphQL layer. Night, sleep well, Crazy Kitty as well. You have a good one. See you next week. Oh, thanks. It does put me up when there's a few people just hanging out, listening to my very calm voice, seeing me struggle and try get through this project. Are we going to get this page to eventually load? Yeah, I think a external GraphQL server will fix the performance issues. Feels like that way. Because it's really hating life on every single page right now. And make it go back to tracks on Spotify. Ooh, glimpse. Give us a little teaser there now, come on. Let's try the GraphQL. Post with and templates. The page gives us a little tiny bit of a glimpse, and then now it's gone like, here you go, here's a page. Eventually, like 3 minutes later. It's not like a big page, it's 50 lines, and now seeing that, I hate it. There's 5 pages of this. It's even hard to leave. Go, it's fine. I'm gonna commit now, and close this down because I just wanted to check. This looks like it's working. I want maybe a title in here, but I've done more than what I wanted to achieve today. I'm really chuffed. So let's go. Commit what we did. It's nice when you get stuck onto a stream and you're like, you want to see what happens. It's like almost in news when a good story is developing, you kind of can't turn away from it. It's a good distraction. But either way, let's go through and see. We have our custom pages with data going on, and it must have keep in mind we're creating these pages. I'm really happy about those. Really good work with that. Our configuration, I changed the title. Good work, Kyle. We enabled the queue even though it doesn't come on through. We enabled that. Oh yeah, platform switcher. We just did that. That's a great piece of work. The track link we've added in target, and we've enabled. We want to get rid of this line. Discard that line. Oh wait, let's go back into that file. I want. Oh yeah, I completely discard it, so that's fine. Stage those, stage that, and stage that. We added in our translations for all these. Brilliant work. Page track, our tracks page, looking good. Maybe want to put in that pager into its own component so I can reuse it. Our links page, yep, good. And the humans.txt discard. Let's add in our stars. I'm gonna have to shut down this GraphQL server. It's eating up so much memory. Oh, Bob Ross is back. We stayed up stupid hours late night, absolutely hooked on a series, binging it. You know what? I stayed up last night watching Snowpiercer on Netflix. Totally worth it. Welcome back, Bob Ross. Do you know where I could host my secrets online, but be able to make API calls to obtain in my code? Depends on what secrets you're looking for. When you're requesting it from your front-end application, those secrets become public. If you're deployed on a site like Netlify or GitHub Pages, you can set up secrets on a repository, and when it deploys, it can use those secrets to access some data. Kind of just want to save a secret for my Discord bot I'm working on. GitHub. Not in your repository, in your GitHub secrets configuration. And I'm not going to show you because it may reveal some of my secrets on some of my projects. But in your GitHub repository, there is a secrets area, so you can use that at the point of building the bot to place that into the repository and not fully yield it out. Depends whether your bot is the code once it's generated is public visible. Then the secret is just out the bag. Tracks page, and links. Doop. I'm gonna have to find a way to make the site work more efficiently, but it's not today. I'm finishing up. I'm gonna add in the paint icons site. 5 icons. Cool. It's public. I can just regenerate it, but I don't exactly want to every time. Let's see. Do I have a project I can do on GitHub? I'm not logged in. GitHub secrets. Yeah, encrypted secrets. You go into settings in a repository, and there should be an option to add in your secrets. And when your project is being built on GitHub Pages or in your GitHub action, you'll be able to use it like this. So this is in a GitHub action. We can pull those secrets into it, and say for example you're doing yarn build like this, and you want a secret which is like Discord bot equals 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how you'd inject your secrets in, and then say, let's just create a very, I'll create a very simple file, touch.index.js, and we'll open index.js. It's not in that folder, my bad. Here it is. How to read that? It's console. I want to just put it out into the value. So const discord bot key equals props. Props. Process env discord bot key. Otherwise, super secret. So we have a fail over here as well, and I want to say the key is, and just say that. So if we run node index that, the key is super secret. But if we say discord bot key equals Bob Ross RTX, the secret is Bob Ross RTX. That's how we can get variables into our Node programs. Hope that helped. And then you see this environment variable. When you're building your application on GitHub Actions, and with that secret plucked from the secrets on GitHub, means that you don't have to commit that code into your repository. Ah, cool, awesome. Yeah, let me just pull up that code side by side. Yeah. So this only works in Node. It doesn't work well in the browser, because you have to think, once this code is built in the browser, there's no way for it to read process. So if I go to any page and just try and read that, it's not going to read, it's going to fail, because process doesn't exist in the browser. But when we compile this content to work in a browser, what do you think is going to happen? So let's say post compilation for browser. What will happen is once we pass in that key, this here actually gets changed to the key which we pasted in. So it actually reads exactly like that. And this is why, Bob Ross, I said, is this code publicly viewable? Because that's your key right there. And once it's generated and made public, that secret key is still, it's visible. So you need to know the secrets about it. You need to either encode it in a different way, and it gets very complicated. But basically, the cat is out the bag once you compile it for the browser and it's made public. But in Nodeland, that's one way in how you can get a environment variable from your system into your code and then start using it. And this double line pipe is OR. So it's got to try and find this. It'll be null, and then it'll do this. So again, if I just run the program without it, it's super secret. Run the program with is Bob Ross RTX, because I've passed in that environment variable. The reason, if we go over to say X crazy kitty, and well, if this one is true and this one's true, then console log hello world. So to bring this into perspective, say we say if we have a key, then this is, then do that. It's weird. My mind's gone weird. We want both of these conditions to be true. If that's false and then true, they're not going to be. It's not going to equate to true, is it? But if it's false and or, then it will, because one of them equates to true. We want both of them. We want all of our conditions true and true and true. So is secret. I want function. We'll set a simple function here, and we want to return true. So if it is secret and function is Twitch, return if it is secret and it is Twitch, both we wave hello to the world. But if it isn't Twitch, false, we're saying we want both of them to be true, so it's not going to hello world us. And you can put them all together, so you can keep going. So if is secret is true and is crazy kitty, and we set up a function for that, for example, return true. What's going to happen here? That's right. It's not going to say hello world because this one here is false. But when we say true, we get our hello world there. And when you start writing code like this, you can see that we've got a few ands. We want to be clean about that. So we'll separate that out to is okay to greet. And we won't pass in parameters. We'll just copy this code in from our function here. Return is okay to greet. And that means we pass that. We'll clean up the code a little bit and see that we're just returning this. It makes this nice and clean. We run our code, is okay to greet. So if there is one false and you need one and two and three, yeah, any one of these being false will fail because we've got this and. But say, let's give you another example. Here's one. See that I've wrapped it around parentheses? These parentheses, I want both of these to return true because I want it. That's because of parentheses. And then if I say or crazy kitty. Now this is getting a bit gnarly because both of these being true would return true, and crazy kitty can be false because this will return hello world. And if we say false here, it's going to be hello world. But if we change our parentheses, our wrapping around here to that side, is secret, yes. And is Twitch, yes. Is Crazy Kitty, no. But this calculation's going to return back a true, isn't it? So we still got a hello world. We can almost get away with it without having the parentheses sometimes. But it's good to sometimes write them around because you can get into some weird quirks if you've kind of got a few logic gates in and you want them to say for guarantee return a true or false if you all in this block are true or false. Yeah, with the equals, but this would be, say, true. It has to equal true. In this case, it's okay to agree. It has to be true, and so we just shorthand that. But say if we broke this down again, its secret is that, and is crazy kitty triple equals. It's all expressed about that, but it's explicit because this has got to return true or true, and you don't actually say is true equal to true. Say like this. It's wasteful, isn't it? So yeah, I thought you was going to bed. It's good. It's good that you that I managed to find something to teach as well. Really, like me to bestow a little bit of information in a format, hopefully, which helps you guys to pick something up. It really helps. Me feel good. Feel good that I actually I know what I'm doing, or I know of something which I can share and help you guys become better. I'm gonna have to clip that, aren't I? Doop. Nope, it's not that one. Edit stream. Learning. Save marker. I only did the marker for last week. And yeah. I'm done. We're done. I'm still not going to challenge that big issue of when I load all the data in, what happens, why, and stuff. But we are done. I'm really happy with this. This looks really good. I'm going to screenshot of that. Yep. Closing all this down. Closing all these down. Thank you, everyone who peeked in, who joined in on the chat. You guys are... Heck's it. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you hanging around and sticking out for a little bit later as well. Hopefully, you did learn something. We had a good time sorting. We had a good time programming. We got to a real good point. Feel really good about the project. We have loads more work to do. We'll get there. We'll do it next week, right? Always same time next week, 6 o'clock UK time. Whatever it is in your local time. That it'll be on the Twitch. I don't really put the YouTube schedules in anymore. It's a bit more faff for me to get those ones in, but because I just want to boot up, press the stream button, and I'm talking to you guys. But yeah, go to bed. I'm gonna follow suit soon, but I'll want to detox and have some food. Gosh, I have some curry left over, which I'm gonna have. So I'll have that. So again, thank you very much for checking out this week. See you guys next week, and have a great rest of your week. Thank you.